So the second candlestick pattern that we're going to be discussing is called the hammer. Okay, another name for this is called pin bar, right? You may have heard of this or not. Okay, so name doesn't matter, guys, as long as you know what the pattern means and how to use it, right? So a hammer, will generally look like this, right? By definition, 1/3 of it is the body, and two thirds is the wick or the shadow. Okay, now generally the way a hammer forms is, in this case, price opened here. Okay, it came down, made this low, and then from here it shot up, made a high, and then again it came back down and closed right here. Okay, so again, if you understand this, there's a clear fight going on between the bulls and the bears, right? Because the bulls are pushing price up from here, right? From this level, and the bears are pushing price down from this level, right? So there's a clear fight going on between the bulls and the bears, and so this indicates indecision. Okay, no clear trend, and hammers are generally used as good trend reversal patterns, and that's where you will most likely see these. Okay, now people have given hammers different names, right? So let's look at some of them. So if we're in a nice uptrend, price is going up, and we see this hammer at the top of the trend, right? And that is known as a hanging man, right? You can call it a hammer, which is what I do, or you can call it a hanging man, right? Many times you might hear people say hanging man. So this is what it means. Okay, so guys, if you see this at the top of a trend, you need to be alert, right? You need to be alert and cautious, because there's a good chance price can reverse from there, right? There's a really good chance price can reverse from there. So you really need to be alert. Okay, now let's say we're going in a nice downtrend and price is just going down and down and down. And then at the bottom of the trend, you see this hammer formation again at the bottom of the trend. Okay, so the name for that is simply hammer, right? And if you see this, guys, at the bottom of a trend, there's a high chance price can reverse, right? And generally what I like to do is, if you see a hammer at the bottom of a trend, right, what I like to do is draw this arrow, right? So now it looks like a up arrow, arrow pointing up. Okay, which clearly means that price wants to move higher. Okay, because it's pointing upwards, so price wants to move higher. Okay, so keep this in mind if you see a hammer at the bottom of a trend. Now let's say again we're back in an uptrend and price is going up and up and up, and you see this inverted hammer, right? This hammer that is flipped. Okay, now people call this a shooting star pattern, right? I call it inverted hammer, but call it whatever you want, right? So this is a shooting star pattern or inverted hammer, and again, it's a very strong reversal signal, right? Especially if you see it at the top of a trend. Now again, you can do the same thing here. Draw this down arrow, okay, like this, and what is it indicating? That price wants to move lower, right? This down arrow means price wants to move lower. Okay, so very, very strong reversal pattern. Okay, and the last one, guys, if price is coming down and coming down and coming down in a downtrend, and you see this inverted hammer, right, this flipped hammer at the bottom of a trend, at the bottom of the trend, this is also a sign of reversal. Okay, if you see this, right? So hammers are a very, very good trend reversal candlestick pattern. So if you see any type of hammer, inverted hammer, at the top of a trend or at the bottom of a trend, then be alert. Okay, be alert because there's a strong chance the trend may reverse. Okay, again, if you see a hammer in a sideways trend, right, like this, then you want to avoid that, right? Those hammers will not work. Hammers work best at the top of a trend or at the bottom of a trend. Okay, so let's look at some examples, right? So you can see one right here, right? Price was in a nice downtrend, and we got this nice hammer. Okay, and you can clearly see the reversal, right? Now let's see here. Price was going up nicely. We got the doji. Okay, so first signal of indecision, and then you also got a hanging man, a hammer at the top, right? Guys, keep one thing in mind. If you see a hammer with a small wick at the top, that's absolutely fine. Okay, that is still considered to be a hammer. It doesn't have to be the way I've drawn it here, right? So you have double confirmation here. Okay, so this is a strong signal of a reversal, right? And that is exactly what happened. Let's see this one. So you can see price going up nicely in this trend, and then you get this inverted hammer, or we can call it a shooting star, right? So you have this shooting star here, and then again you have another shooting star. So this is like a double confirmation, guys, and when you see two of these together, that's a strong signal. And see the fall after that, right? Now remember, this is the daily time frame, so these falls are quite big. Each candle size is quite big. All right, now see this nice downtrend, and we get this hammer at the bottom, and nice reversal, right? Again, see here, nice downtrend, and we get a hammer followed by inverted hammer. Okay, guys, when you get this kind of a pattern, right, it's like a double confirmation, and it's a very strong signal of a reversal, right? And you can see that price did reverse after that. Okay, now here we're in a nice uptrend, and you get this inverted hammer or shooting star, and you can see the reversal after that. Okay, you can see this one as well. Price is coming down nicely in a nice downtrend, and then you get this inverted hammer, right? Or we can call this, which pattern is this? Inverted hammer, right? So good reversal signal, and you can see how price reversed after that. Okay, hanging man at the top of a trend. You can see the reversal. See the dojis, right? Doji, hanging man, doji, or spinning top. Strong signs of indecision happening at the top of the trend, right? And then the trend got established here, and see the fall after that. Okay, downtrend, hammer, up arrow, right? You can draw the up arrow, and price goes up. Here we're in a nice uptrend, and we get this hanging man at the top, reversal, right? So this is one of my favorite candlestick patterns, guys, hammer, because it works beautifully. It works really, really well, and especially for reversals. Okay, so whenever you see a hammer at the top of a trend or bottom of a trend, be alert. Okay, there may be a trend change. All right, so that's it for this this pattern, guys.